Welcome back to another video. It's your boy Cash. And yo, today's video, we are going to be installing the SC Project exhaust for the GTX 250. Y'all ain't gonna wanna miss this. Stay tuned. So we are back. So today we are working on the exhaust. We are gonna go ahead and swap this exhaust out. We're gonna work on removing this big exhaust right here. And we're gonna put on that SC Project exhaust. So let's go ahead and get started. We gotta move this nut, remove those two springs, and hopefully it should slide off. All right, before we go ahead and install the new exhaust, let's get ahead and hear before and after. So right now, I'm gonna start it up real quick so we can hear what it sound like. And then we're gonna do a sound test when it's over to see how it sounds. So I'm gonna go ahead and start the bike up and we're gonna see a before sound. And then once I put the SC Project exhaust on, we're gonna go ahead and start it up again. And we're gonna take it for a test drive to see how the performance is, see how it sounds on the road, and all of that. So let's go ahead and crank it up real quick, and then we'll go ahead and swap them out. All right, so the bike is on. So we're gonna go ahead and start it up real quick. I'm not gonna leave it on for long. We're just gonna start it so y'all can go ahead and hear what the exhaust sounds like before we get and swap it out. First cold start of the day. All right. Don't sound too bad. Don't sound too bad. All right, so that was the stock exhaust. Quick little startup, quick little rev, you know what I'm saying? That's what it sounds like. So when I put the new one on, we're gonna do a comparison between the old and the new, and y'all tell me what y'all think. But let's go ahead and get this exhaust off. All right, so let's go ahead and get this bolt off. We are at the end. So, all right, we got that nut off. Now we gotta get ahead and get the springs off. I think if we do it like this, or maybe if. All right, we got that first one off. And then we got one on the bottom. We're gonna go ahead and get that bottom one off. All right, we got that one off. Slide this bolt out. All right, the bolt is out and it should slide right off. And there we go. So we got the bolt out. Now we're gonna go ahead and, this is the exhaust. Let's go ahead and take this plastic off because we do not want this melting on the exhaust. So we're gonna go ahead and take this plastic off of here. All right, I got that off. And then we got some plastic around this. We got that off. I guess that's gonna go on there like that, or we could just slide it on like that. We just slide it on like that. So we actually don't even need the this piece, because this was kind of sitting on there the same way. So if y'all look at the exhaust, they both exhausts is pretty much set up the same way. This one is a whole lot smaller than this one. This shit is huge. The factory exhaust is fucking huge. It's really huge compared to the SC Project exhaust. I want y'all to get a close-up look of it. Yeah, I can't see it's reflecting, but yeah, look at the size difference. Big size difference. All right, but if you have an exhaust and you need this piece right here, you go ahead and put this piece on. But I'm gonna go ahead and insert this the same way as this, as long as it's able to mount up. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and slide this on like so. And maybe it's supposed to be more like that, but I like it like that. Hopefully the springs will allow me to keep it that way. And we gotta also get the band. So we're gonna go ahead and put the band on it to mount it. Putting this rubber seal on right now to make sure so it don't scratch up the exhaust. And then we're gonna start it up and we're gonna see how it sounds, and then we're gonna go for a test drive. And I'm actually low-key excited to go on this test drive. It's a beautiful day today, 65 right now. So yeah, we're gonna see how this thing rip. All right, so we got the band covered up now. So we're gonna go ahead and wrap that around the exhaust. And clearly it's too low. So they gave us another bracket that we can install on it in case that was going to happen, which it did. Can this bolt fit through here? Yep, all right, cool. All right, so we're gonna put a washer on the front side, washer on the back side, like that. We're gonna go ahead and slide this over. We're gonna bring this together like that. Then we're gonna go ahead and mount that like that. And then we're going to place a washer behind that. And we're going to put a screw behind that. I mean a nut. Put that nut behind there. And let me go ahead and give y'all a closer look so y'all can see what's going on here. All right, so this is what we got going on here. So we got the SE Project on. Because it is smaller than the stock muffler, we had to put an extra bracket on it. We put this bracket on so that it can mount where it need to mount at. And then we just go ahead and we slide this bolt in there like that, and that's pretty much mounted right there. So mount it there, mount it here, and then I just gotta attach the springs, which I don't know if I want to use. I'm probably just gonna use the same old springs, and I'll hold on to the new ones just in case, I guess, for whatever reason. But yeah, we got the SE Project exhaust put on the bike, and I'm gonna go ahead and just get the springs on, and then we're gonna go ahead and tighten it down, and then we will be back for the startup of the sound comparison. All right, so yeah, y'all stay tuned. Try to bend this. All right, we got that one on, and now we got to get the bottom on. I think the bottom is definitely going to be way harder. There you go. We got it. We got it. I almost thought we was gonna get it, but we got it. All right, that's pretty tight. All right, now we got to tighten up these. So let's go ahead and get my little tool kit off the back. Pop that off. Since these are Allen keys, find the right size Allen key. Is that it? Nope. That's probably it. Yep, that's it. And then let's see if this is gonna fit. Nope. 10, 14. Yep. All right, we're gonna crank this down. All right. Feel pretty tight, sturdy. Things good. We got us a SC Project exhaust. MotoGP technology. You feel me? And hopefully, which I think is going to sound way more aggressive, and hopefully it's going to give me the effect that I'm looking for. So this is the finished product of what it looks like. As you can see, we got the springs mounted. We got the springs mounted on the top and the bottom. I used the old springs. I still got a set for, of new springs. We got it mounted up here. We did have to install a bracket because this is lower. So we installed the bracket. So that's working out right there. And you look how you got the nice blue tone on the tips of it that complement the bike very well. Very well complements the bike. So this is what the exhaust look like. The SC Project exhaust with the MotoGP technology. So I know y'all ready for a sound test. So let's get and do the sound test. So here go the moment of truth. Woo! Let's go. All right, here we go, y'all. Y'all ready? That might not be good. That might not be good. All right. Moment of truth. I don't know how I feel about that. That shit is loud. Like, crazy loud. Yeah. Yo, leave it in the comments and let me know what y'all think, yo. Definitely like the style of it, but it is definitely loud as fuck, yo. It's loud, y'all. It's loud. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Hopefully, I don't blow this fucking motor, yo. I'm laughing, but that shit ain't funny. Cause, like, God forbid I blow the fucking motor. We gonna be done before we even start, yo. For real. It cut off the first time when I revved it, when I popped it. And it seemed like it was gonna cut off the second time. But sheesh. That shit loud, yo. Let me get suited up and we're gonna get and take it for a test drive and we just gonna see how I do. If it don't perform well, if it's cutting off and things of that nature, if it's really just that loud, which is loud, but I wanna see how it is on the road. If it's really that loud and everything, then we're gonna get and put the stock exhaust back on. And yeah, but this is the SC Project exhaust. Y'all heard the sound. It is loud. I wanted it to be loud, but this shit is loud. It's like almost straight pipe. This is pretty much straight pipe. I don't know, but we're gonna get suited up and we're gonna get and go on the road. So I'll catch y'all out on the street. just got back from the ride. My thoughts, the exhaust sounds good out in the street. It is loud, so people definitely hear me coming. And it definitely looks good on the bike. I did run into a guy and he was like, yo, that's a nice looking bike, you know. Everyone that sees this bike says it's a nice looking bike. But overall, my thoughts on the exhaust is dope. I do think it's a little bit too loud. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't know if I'm gonna keep it on or if I'm gonna put the stock exhaust back on. But or maybe just be swapping in between both. Which that means I wouldn't have to couldn't put the springs on, because the springs, to make it easy swap, so I could just remove the bolt. This is what I'm thinking. Let me show y'all something. So on this exhaust, you know, you got the bolt right here, right? And then you got the springs both right here. If I take the springs off, this is still gonna stay on, because this right here is not going over, it's tight. It's not even gonna shift or move out of this right here. But at any time that I want to go from the SC Project exhaust and I want to go back to the stock, I could just take this bolt out and put that back on, and I can do that indefinitely, like however. But it is too loud. I ain't gonna lie. It's too loud, but it's dope. I like the pop. I actually get pops and stuff now and all of that. So overall, it's pretty dope. I do like that it's louder though, because people do hear me. You know, you gonna hear me coming. You definitely gonna hear me coming. You know what I'm saying? So definitely gonna hear me coming. But overall, I like it. Performance-wise, I don't think it made no difference in actual performance to the bike. I do think that if anything, it just made in the sound. It didn't give me, I don't feel like it gave me more horsepower. I don't feel like it improved the performance at all. Even in horsepower or any of that, I think that it just looks good and it is louder. So in that aspect, it did its job. You know, so hopefully y'all enjoyed this video. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. And it's your boy Cash, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Peace.